Hello, everybody. It's always such a pleasure and a privilege to be with you. I want to say a few words today about the new year. Now, I realize that we are already a couple of weeks into this new year, but let me say a few words about this year 2021. First of all, does anybody know the name of the Roman god after which January is named? Right, you got it. The Roman god Janus. Now, tougher question. If you get this, you get 2 desserts tonight. Does anybody know why January was chosen to be the first month of the year? A couple people got it out there. Good for you. The reason being January was chosen to be the first month of the year is that the Roman god Janus had an eye in the front of his head and an eye in the back of its head. Thus, Janus could look to the future and could look to the past. And we all like to do that. We come to the end of the year, we begin another year, we look back at the past year, and this past year has been pretty tough. Time magazine said worst year ever. We look to the future. That's always a bit risky, even in good times. And right now it's even much more risky looking to the future of 2021. What's interesting though is that having gone through this Christmas season, the individuals who are involved in this Christmas experience were basically all risk takers. God was a risk taker. God risked inviting a young Jewish teenager if she would be the mother of God, the mother of Jesus. Mary was a risk taker. Can you imagine the number of times Mary must have asked herself, what in heaven's name is going on? What am I going to say to my parents? What am I going to say to Joseph? Mary was a risk taker. Joseph was a risk taker. I'm sure he asked himself the very same question that Mary asked herself. What is going on? Should I stay? Should I leave? Should I marry her? Joseph and Mary were risk takers, but they were also believers. And that belief, that confidence they had in God was anchored, I think, by a blessing that they would receive each Friday night when they had their prayer service, the blessing from the rabbi. The rabbi's blessing concluding that service was the blessing that God had given to Moses, who in turn blessed the people of Israel. And that blessing, which the rabbi gave to them, which encouraged them so much. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord let his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord look kindly upon you and give you peace. With those words, with that blessing, Mary and Joseph went off. We stand in the line of risk takers, people who have heard God's word, Jesus' word, and tried to look at life differently, tried to look at one another differently, tried to live as people of compassion, people who tried to go that extra mile. In 1905, a woman by the name of Minnie Haskins took all of those theological concepts and put them into poetic form. And in 1930, on New Year's Day, King Edward, King of England, spoke to the people of England. The people of England, the nation at that time, was on the verge of war. And on New Year's Day, 1930, King Edward ended his speech to the people of England quoting the poem of Minnie Haskins. I said to a man who stood at the gate of the year, "Give me a light that I may tread safely into the unknown." And he replied, "Go out into the darkness and put your hand into the hand of God. That shall be to you better than light and safer than a known way." So I went forth, and finding the hand of God, trod gladly into the night. And he led me toward the hills and the breaking of the day in the lone east. So heart, be still. God knows. God's will is best. As we begin this year 2021, may we, like Mary and Joseph and all those risk takers who have gone before us, may we put our hand into the hand of God, knowing the Lord will bless us and keep us. The Lord will let his face shine upon us and be gracious to us. The Lord will look kindly upon us and give us peace. Blessings, peace to everyone. Thanks so much for watching.